We're playing Reiner Knizia's Battle Line Medieval. In this excellent card game, players are forming 3-card poker hands across 9 battle flags, 1 card at a time. This is a card game where players have to decide which flags to contest and which to abandon. Joining me tonight is Steven Sheeran, an actor working in Melbourne, Australia. Steven, welcome.
It's a treat to be here, Liam.
I'm glad to have you with us, Steve. Back in the day, before this show, before I sort of changed career, I was, doing film and TV, and you graciously appeared in one of my short films called Deadbeats, which is about a DJ who makes a song that kills people accidentally.
A great premise.
Yeah, it was a nice little short film.
It was, yeah.
Can you tell me, while we start to play this, and I think you can kick us off, can you tell me a little bit about your involvement in acting and the sort of Melbourne acting scene?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I've been an actor for 15 years, I suppose. And I'm trying to think when we shot that short. That was
2011, I think.
2011.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, that was so fun. I think we met on that short. Is that right?
Might have been,
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's interesting how careers evolve. I'm going first. Is that what you want me to do? It's interesting how careers evolve, because, there's certain things you're in control of and certain things that you're not. And, I've just rolled with it over the years and seen where the marketplace wanted me and then moved in there. For instance, I never knew I'd be working in, say, voiceover work, which I work in a lot now.
So what sort of stuff might people have glimpsed you in or just be interested in knowing that you're involved in? Because obviously there's a lot of acting work which is front and centre, the 1% of the sort of big Hollywood, sort of big name people, but there's it's a working profession as well.
Yes.
Can you sort of tell me about sort of that aspect of it?
Oh, good point, yeah. Yeah, so a lot of people, obviously, with actors that are either front and centre on TV or the lead in a film, there are so many working actors that are just quite simply working, every other week on a project, but aren't necessarily seen or heard. Like I work in voice work, as I said, on TV shows all the time. You never see me on those shows, but I'm in heaps of them. So I've worked on. What are we working on at the moment? I'm trying to think what I'm allowed to talk about and what I'm not allowed to talk about. But I worked on, Winners and Losers for ages, and Dr. Blake Murder Mysteries, Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries. Rosehaven was one of my favourites. I did nearly every episode of that in doing loop group and voice work. Let's see.
So do you still find that work as rewarding as maybe some of the more on-camera stuff?
Two totally different things. Rewarding, yes, love it. So I've got a job next week in the sound booth doing an entire season. It's a mini series, I think is how it's being structured. Is it my go?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Seeing a trend.
Yeah, well,
working in a mini series. Yeah, we do, don't we?
3 of a kinds forming here.
Okay. Working on that next week, and I love it. One of the great things about it is I don't know what I'm going to do. So I don't have a script. We go in there, everything's so secretive. We're in post-production, so all the shows written, produced, we're all in post, and we are filling in all of the ungrabbed audio on the day. So everything other than the lead actors, we do as a thing called loop group. So
the 2 leads are in a cafe and they're having a chat, and there's a meet cute or whatever. It's a romantic comedy. There's some people in the background chatting. That could be you, is what you're saying?
Yeah, background chat and if there's a radio on in the background, I might do that. If it's a pub scene, I might call a race if there's the horses racing in the background. And it can be anything, you can play anything, so we'll spot 2 old blokes talking in the background and, all of a sudden we're going to be an old fella, all that stuff is terrific. I never know if I'm going to be doing that or playing a kid or playing a bickering couple or There's lots of fun to be had.
Just so you're aware and just so you know for your cards, with building a straight, you don't necessarily need to do an order. So I could play the 7 as the third card and still 6, 7, 8. So you don't need
I see.
You don't need to worry about
You don't
doing
need to build on that necessarily.
As long as you order it after all 3 are done.
After the fact, yeah.
And this is a great example for viewers at home. Steve's got here a 3 of a kind. The only one higher than a 3 of a kind is going to be a straight flush. So if Steve plays the 7 of this suit, I can no longer do that straight flush. He's going to win that battle automatically. So is there any sort of dream roles that you sort of have, or something you'd love to work on?
So what I've found is when a director takes a little bit of a chance on me and they trust me, they're thrilled. And so often I've found the great vehicle for that is short films, because I can get cast in roles where people might not know what I can do. And so when I express that to them, and I try and change genres and do something I've never done before with each role. That's personal stimulation, if you will. I try and be fulfilled. But I've done that with The Keys. I've never done that. There's certain things in that film you've never seen me on screen doing, right? And that's a period film, dapper gent, but interesting things are revealed in that film. It's a good character. Me again, is it? Or it's a bit like chess where we can't pick up anymore. So is it...
We just keep playing until we've filled up
all the cards.
Battlefields, and we see if we have a winner.
Right. Well, I feel like we do. Let's see. What's amazing is... I'm just going to do that.
Which means you've got a flush. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, does not beat a 3 of a kind, which makes it 5 battlefields.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Steve, thank you very much for playing. It's good to play, but it's been better to catch up and have a chat about the world of acting. And thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's been a ball.